What's good, family? Thank you guys for coming back to kick it with a real raw brown skin John. If you're interested in growing with this family, go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button for me so we can go ahead and get this content moving around these YouTube streets, all right? And excuse my eyes, y'all. I just got done having a moment, and this is why I'm here making this video because I'm about to get into all of that, all right? We're just gonna jump into it. So, about, I want to say a month ago, I had a dream about the stone labradorite. Labradorite is a stone that is used for it heals internal wounds, and obviously as above so below. So as things start to change within, it change outside. And Labradorite also is a very protective stone. It looks like it might look like a regular stone, but it has like a luminescent glow in the inside of it. So like if you turn it a certain way, like you'll see it. It almost looks like a dragon scale. Like it looks so cool. And so I had a dream. I had two dreams about it. The first dream, I was like in this area, right? And I was with these people, just a bunch of people mingling and walking around or whatever. And somebody walks up to me and my friend, and they're like, hey, you know that vibrates, right? So I'm like, yeah, duh. Like, I'm like, yeah, of course I know crystals and stones be vibrating, metaphorically, obviously, but you can feel a vibration, like you can feel energy from it. But so I'm like, yeah, like, just like, yeah. And so as he's saying that, he takes it from my hand and he's holding it and then he gives it back to me. But as he gives it back to me, it's actually vibrating now. And I'm like, what the fuck did you do to my stone? But it wasn't like a bad energy. It was just like, what you did? Did you activate my stone for me? Thank you, sir. So, so, after that, whatever that dream happened, I was just like, oh, okay. So just recently, like last week or so, I had another dream of it, but this time the stone was in my hand, right? And so, as I said, if you turn it a certain way, you could see like a luminescent glow. Well, this time I was just holding it, and the glow was just like, it looks like if you ever seen the show Dragon Tales, how like when they would go to Dragonland, how the stone would start like, just glowing and all these colors and stuff flowing through it, and that's kind of how it looked. And as it's doing that, I'm looking at it, my homegirl looking at me, and we're just like, oh shit. And as we're looking, the place that we're in, I just remember like seeing like, cement walls, kind of like the foundation was like cement. And I just remember everything started like rumbling, and you started seeing debris falling from the roof and stuff, and like it's crumbling. It's like a tower moment, right? So I'm like, oh shit. And I wake up. So for a minute, I didn't understand the dreams. I was like, what are you saying, God? Like, I'm not understanding. But I knew there was more to it. Stay tuned. It was that type of energy. So I'm like, I'm just going to let the things play out and see what's going on. So, just recently, I've been going through some personal things, and a lot of things have been coming to realizations. I had to accept some truths, and just a lot of evolution, a lot of purging, just a lot of growing and transforming right now happening. And a lot of jewels been being dropped on me. And in the midst of that, um, you know, God speaks to you through many ways, right? And so I've been watching a show called Stranger Things. I don't know if y'all watch Stranger Things, that's my shit. But anyways, there's season 4 right now, episode 4. There's a episode called Dear Billy, and the end of that scene is a scene where, okay, the girl. I'm sorry if I'm about to. I'm sure by the time people start watching my videos, y'all already have seen it. If you haven't, though, I am about to spoil it. So just your spoiler alert. But so Max had been hiding what she had been going through internally, like with the being haunted and the things that she had been experiencing. She was hiding them from her friends, the people that she loved and held dearest to her heart. She was hiding a piece of herself from them. She was hiding that, what she was going through. And so I don't know if y'all remember, if y'all watch Big Mouth, it reminded me of like, to put it into a more layman's terms, to give you like a more of the energy I'm talking about, like this demon, this energy that was haunting her was kind of like a shame monster. It wanted to make her feel guilty and about the things that she gone through and what she was feeling and stuff. It was like a shame monster, right? So this thing was like attacking her, and she wasn't telling anybody about it. And so it got to a point in this, because her episode was pretty much coming to an end. So at the end of it, it got to a point where he see what he does is he gets to you through your subconscious, gets to you in your mind. If they tell you they can lock you up in prison physically, but if they don't have you mentally, they don't have you at all, right? So he gets to their minds, and that's how he gets able to control them and keep them trapped. Kind of like our thoughts, our emotions, the things that our traumas, our transgressions, the shit that we've gone through in life. They keep us stuck and stagnant and keep us in a space where we feel like we can't get out of it, right? And so this thing, it was trying to, like, it was telling her like she belonged there, right? And I just remember her saying, "You're not real," you know. And he was like, "Oh, but I am," he was trying to, I am real, right? And so, in the midst of all of this happening in her subconscious, her friends, they know at this point, they know what's happening to her because she's in a trance, right? So her body is still here in the reality in our 3D. Her body's still here, but she's going in the mind. She's like in a coma, like she's just sitting there, eyes rolling in the back of her head. She's in a trance. And so they're like, Max, 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 Max. They're trying to get to her, but she can't hear them, right? So because she's in that other realm, she's trapped in her subconscious with this thing, right? With her shame, with her guilt. But anyway, I'm gonna get into all of that. But so this thing, so they knew they found a remedy, they found an antidote while this is all happening to her, and they know this music. They're like, okay, you can get to the subconscious through music. Music can get through to anything, right? So they're searching. They're looking for her favorite song. They're like, what's her favorite song? What's her favorite song? So they find a mixtape, a little, it's tapes, because, it's back in the day. So they found a tape, and they put the headphones on her, and they're playing the tape, and she hears the music in her subconscious. So as he's he got his palm over her face, like he's about to suck the rest of the soul out of her, like he's about to kill her. She's about to be out of here. She hears the music. And so he hears it. And because she hears the music, it's opening a portal now. Just imagine being in hell and a portal now open for you to get the fuck out, right? So that's what the music was doing for her. And so as she's listening to it, he's like, oh, your friends can't save you. Like, nobody can save you. Like the shame monster does. Nobody can save you. Ah, ha, ha, you're woe. Sit in your misery type shit. So you're trapped there. And so that's when she's like, you're not real. And he's like, but I am real. But now you could tell he's getting a little flustered because now ain't nobody ever questioned the reality of him being real or not. It's just they scared and running. She's standing up now. She's looking at him like, motherfucker, you're not even real. And he like, I am. So she's looking at the portal. And she's seeing him he's closing his eyes. He's doing his thing, trying to tuck her soul, take her energy or whatever. And so as she's listening to the music, this is her favorite song, mind you. So this is a frequency that's pleasing to her, that's gonna raise her vibration, right? So she's listening to it, and she starts having flashbacks of, being with her boyfriend and her friends and all the fun that she used to have with her family, and just those happy, fulfilling, full moments in life, those full circle moments that she enjoyed. She starts remembering those as she's hearing her favorite song play, and she's gaining her momentum, she's gaining her confidence. So finally she rips this piece out of his neck, and she falls, but she starts to run so she can get away. And as she's running to get away, she's running. And it's like, no turning back now. You gotta keep going, right? So as she's going, she's really running for her life. There's no time to be scared. There's no time to think twice. She's falling. She gotta get the fuck back up. She's running. And I mean, now at this point, he's pissed because she's getting away. So he starts sending boulders and bull daggers and daggers and all kinds of shit at her. You know what I'm saying? And throwing them at her, and she's dodging, falling, and she's running like hell. She's running like hell towards that portal so she can jump through and get back to her. You know what I'm saying? And the song that was playing was hold on, y'all. It was called is that a damn shit? Hold on, because now I gotta tell y'all. Now I gotta tell you. Let me look it up. Running up. Okay, yeah, it's called "Running Up That Hill: A Deal with God" by Kate Bush. It's an old, I think it's from the '80s. It's an '80s song, whatever. But it's a dope ass song, y'all. Like, it's real powerful and it goes with the whole message. So that brought me back to my dream, like with the crumbling of the, like how I told you he was throwing boulders at it, right? And in my dream, I told you the foundation was cement and it started crumbling, right? So Labradorite, like I said, I've been working with Labradorite before. So as things start to change internally, things external to you are going to change as well. And so let me go back to my notes, okay? So I just want to read y'all something I just wrote, while I was sitting here thinking about all of this. And I was like, you know what, let me get up and make a video about it while it's still, very fresh on my heart. So, I could really convey what the divine wants me to say and, really, really give the message. So, yeah, here's my little, and I do encourage y'all to please go watch that episode just so y'all can understand where I'm coming from with this information. So I wrote, our guilt, our shame, our transgressions, remorse, sorrow, etc. The things that, our traumas, it's used to us hosting. We've become a home for these things, right? So naturally, when you change internally, like I said, of course, the things around us externally follow suit, as above, so below. For that, energy is like saying, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You can't live here no more. You gotta get out my house. And it's like, think about it. Who the fuck wanna get kicked out? Who likes getting kicked out? You're gonna cause a ruckus, right? So the parts of ourselves, the things we hold on to, the shit we take to the grave, the stuff that people we never told nobody about, shit that we haven't talked about, we don't talk about, shit we suppress, right? The shit that has the strongest hold on us because that's where we're the most vulnerable with, is where you're most naked because you're alone there, you know what I'm saying? That's where you're the most accessible to, that negative energy because there's no one there to help you in that space, no one there to save you in that space because you've hid that part of yourself from everyone, including yourself. You try to hide it, you try to run from it, suppress it, right? And that's where that energy, when you're trying to fight against it, that's when it swoops in on you the most, right? And it grips you the tightest, like how I told you, it had its palm around her neck, and it sucks whatever fight that is left within you, right? But you see, for the divine's chosen children, or for people who like to be analytical about the verbiage you use these days, for the universe's dream team, right? There's always assistance available. There's always help for you, but you have to want it, right? So you're always going to have that access to a glimmer of light in the darkness and of hell, that surrounds you. So again, like how they started to play the music, right? They'll find a special way to your heart just to get to you specifically so you can hear. They used her favorite song. They found her favorite song and they played it for her to get to her subconscious, to get to get to the core of her, because that's what moved her. That frequency, that's what moved her, right? So they used that to get to her, to speak to her in that moment of where she was near death, right? And it's when you hear that they need you to feel what you feel. It's when you start to hear it, when you start to feel that feeling, that's what they need you to feed into that, right? And that's the peace that they're going to send. Let it surround you for that split second. Eat it, they're trying to feed you. Eat it, and decide in that rescue breath that they're giving you. Do I want to live?